My name is Liwaa Yazji and you're watching Icflix.com. It's about the relation of Syrians now in this context of war and problems in Syria. It's about their relation to their home, to their stuff and things at home. You know, the idea of home in the situation of war. How people are reacting to the question of do we leave or do we stay? Where do we go to and what will be when we're leaving? Are we refugees? Are we fugitives? Are we migrants? We don't know really. We're changing identity the moment we decided to leave our home. Do we leave it because we want to do that? No, we're supposed in a way. So there's a huge umbrella of people answering to this question, from those who decided to stay at home no matter what happens, and to those who just found themselves in the middle of nowhere because the house was bombed and they didn't have even the luxury to ask themselves, do we stay or do we leave? We have a couple who are under siege and they are bombed all the time. They're trying to escape their home, but they cannot leave the home, though they don't want to do that. So they were all the time swinging whether to leave or not to leave, and then the circumstances are the one who really deciding what we're doing. It's not what we're doing, it's what we want to do. Shooting in Syria is almost very, I think it's near to impossible in this situation, especially when you're shooting in the regime's area, because that means you don't have a real crew, you don't have the equipment that you need, you're moving with less equipment and less equipment and less equipment each time you go there, till sometimes you reach to shoot once in your mobile phone because you cannot really, because of the checkpoints and all the, the problems and the risks. So it's the risks added to all the problems, we all face problems in shooting, and even if you're in the perfect setting and the perfect production, you always find problems. So now added to this, all the problems of being in a war zone. You cannot have pure voice because of the planes and bombs, and I think it's one factor that it's used in the film rather than I'm not running away from it, I'm investing on it. You cannot come with huge equipment, you're just coming with very, very little things that sometimes I'm going without a DOP, I'm shooting myself because it's suspicious and it brings problems to the people that I'm going to. And yeah, I'm having all these problems, but when you go to the post-production, you have really to answer these problems. You cannot just leave the audience, okay, like I had a problem in shooting, but I'm not willing to do it in the post-production. No, you answer all the problems and you try to find solutions for all the problems that you faced in the production, during the shooting, and how to find the artistic answer in the post-production. So you invest more in the post-production when you pass this period of, of imperfect shooting. I think there was no other way. It's really, there was no other way. So things were materializing in a way that I'm writing scripts sometimes, doing TV scripts and writing playwriting and poems and all this stuff. But there is a moment where I felt like I'm more involved in the light, in the actors, in the setting, in the set design, and where's the camera, what's the angle. So I was more and more involved in this process till I discovered that I'm not only writing, I'm writing and directing. So it's the author cinema movie. So I realized that very soon when I started to write, that I'm writing with fourth elements. I'm not just writing what people are saying and how they're moving, the light, the mise en scène, the setting. So I found myself more and more. It was not enough for me to write the script, so I felt more involved, and I knew that I'm going there. So it's a matter of time where to find the funds and how to find the project that I can really start and put on the table to say this is the project that I will start with. Shoot. Don't think about the process and just don't go in this process that we have to do a pitch and then we have to find. No. If you're passionate enough about something, just go and do it with the minimum things that you have in your hand. Just have the passion and really go deep in it. Whenever you reach to a question that you think you answered, destroy it and go back, go forward. Whenever you find yourself that you're having a risk and you have to withdraw back, no, this is where you have to go forward. So don't be patient and go deep in the questions, and really to be passionate about it, that means that you're willing to risk to do it maybe sometimes with what is available at that moment. Just don't withdraw because you don't have the best camera and you don't have the best mic. To be honest, I'm still involved with this film because I just finished it like months ago, and I just finished it some months ago. And I'm now feeling that there is an entity called Haunted that was really running in my mind all the time. So there's something now that I can talk to you about it. I used to talk to myself about it. Now we can talk together about this. So I'm now really very honest with my relation that I'm now an outsider to the film, still involved in talking about the film and seeing, did I really succeed in showing what I was thinking. So it's now the process of living a little bit with the life of the film to move to the next. Like each 3 hours, each 5 hours, I'm coming with an idea. That's quite a different thing, you know, you're always coming with ideas. But I'm still with this film, I think, till a couple of months still to come, and then I will materialize, I will just filter the ideas to go to a different project.